I won't be there.
Okay, am I on? Yeah, I'm on.
Yes, we're on. Okay. 323. Hey, listen to Commander Cookout Podcast, episode 323. I'm Brando. I'm here with Ryan, and today we're going to have a storm on a sunny day. Now, hit our theme song! Hey, Ryan. We're back for yet another whirlwind adventure. How you doing?
Good. What is going down?
A whole ton is going down. Not the sun. Of note, we're recording at a regular-ass time today. We've got some stories to tell, some people to thank, a cool deck to talk about, but before we get to any of that, we have to thank our official business daddies, FusionGamingOnline.com. They're your source for all your gaming needs.
Very much so. And I made an order. It's in the mail, but yet again, made an order, used CCO Spring promo code at checkout to save 5% on my whole order. Stuff I was going to buy anyways, mind you. Stuff I was going to buy anyways. Saved some money. Shipped the same day. Dang ass fast.
Man, I moved this last week.
Yep.
And because I was moving, I didn't want to get anything in the mail to my old place. I didn't want anything to get lost or whatever. So I haven't made an order in 2 weeks. I'm going through withdrawals, man. I haven't got a new card in a long time. Okay? And when I don't get new cards, I get a little sad. And one of the things I like to do when I get new cards, save 5%.
Yeah. And hey, if you want to be not sad, like Brando's going to be not sad when he makes an order.
Oh, so excited.
Go to the business daddies, FusionGamingOnline.com,
and do that.
Make a little order. You're going to buy that stuff anyways. You might as well get it there.
Yeah, might as well support your boys, Brando and Ryan.
Yeah.
And if you're watching on YouTube, which you should be, you'd know that I definitely pointed at the wrong people when I said our names. That's the kind of day we're having today.
Very much so. Final thing is if you want to spend some big bucks, if you're going to spend 100 CAD, Canadian dollars or more, that's like $4 in the land of the free, you can use CCO Perks promo code and you get 10% kickback on your whole order. They just send you store credit back into your account.
And then you can save 5% on something else.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, super cool. Super cool. So that's the first little bit of podcast business. We've got a little bit more. Let's plow through it. And then we'll get to the Decktech because another classic CCO episode. We're keeping it old school with this, even right down to the monocolored commander.
Yeah,
old school.
Yeah,
right?
we were gonna have an episode where we just talked about what everybody should be talking about. I think
so too.
And we didn't because before we actually got to the episode, we did our thing where we both wanted to get to the same place, but we took different routes to get there, and we're like, let's just not talk about that for an hour because that's just a bunch of negativity that we don't need to bring.
Yep.
So let's talk about the good side first. There will be a Commander Cookout area at GP Vegas or
Magic30.
Magic30 in
Magic
Vegas
30.
coming up in October. That's going to happen. It's going to be outside the command zone for reasons we're going to get into in just a minute. It's going to be a great time. Come out and see us. It's going to cost you a lot less to play with us than with some other creators. And we're going to have a lot more fun because we always do based on the feedback that we get from our supporters.
I like how you just peppered in some other creators or whatever. Well, it's fine. Yeah. You know what? If you're a creator that didn't want to talk about what we're going to talk about in a few minutes, I think that's being a little bit selfish because we'll talk about it in a couple minutes. Okay.
Yes.
We're going to be there. CCO Experience Vegas? Magic30 CCO Experience? I don't know. What do we call it?
I wanted to call it luxury cardstock instead of Woodstock. Luxury cardstock. I thought that would be fun.
Yes.
Because we can't get sued for that, and that's cool. But I don't know. We can call it whatever we want.
Yeah, we're going to be there. We're going to have CCO signage, whether that means a banner, a flag, a table sign, whatever. You'll be able to find us.
Dirty napkin with some crayon on it. We're holding that shit up.
Yeah, well, after the amount that we spent to get there, that is all that we can afford. So we are working on the plans for the CCO house, the penthouse, the fairy tale house. I don't know what house it's going to be or what it's going to be called yet, but we are holding, open invites for patrons right now. We've got almost a full house. So if you're a Patreon supporter over at patreon.com/CCO Podcast, let me know that you're interested either on the Patreon Messenger service or Discord. Get into the Vegas chat or DM me personally if you are interested or have questions. that's great. We're going to be booking this week, so you don't have a lot of time left. Oh, should I not? Oh yeah, I just didn't get to it. Well, boom, it's going to be full.
Remember, if you've never been to a Magic event, this, in spite of what we're going to talk about in a second, probably going to be a good one, and the company is going to be the best company you're going to have if you're going to stay with us.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Yeah, very much so. So we're putting together the whole CCO experience package right now. There's going to be more things than just the house, and it is an awesome way, we think, to say thank you to not only our patrons who do support the show every week, but also everybody who watches, listens, subscribes on YouTube.
Which you should be doing!
Because 39% of you aren't.
Fucking do it!
It's a way for us to say thank you and hang out with you and play games and drink beers and get barbecue catered. Yes, I'm going through the logistics of that and hoping that we don't get kicked out because the event does have its own kitchen. But if they kick us out, I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen?
Yeah, what's going to happen?
We're going to play Magic and drink beer somewhere else.
Exactly. We're going to play Magic on the floor in the hallway. I mean, you might have to do that anyway.
Yeah, if you didn't spend $700. But we'll talk about that in a minute. Final way to support, if you're not a patron or if you want to make the CCO experience better, you head to commandercookout.com. There is a donate button. We've received a couple donations, which do go a long way to help with the catering and
doing stuff like what we're doing here.
Stocking the beer fridge and getting the little bits of surprises that I've got going on behind the scenes. Yeah, super cool. So that's that.
And just real quick, Nick Robb,
yeah,
if you're listening, we want local beer this time. Not that we didn't get any last time. We didn't have access to it last time. But we want to make sure that we get some like actual Vegas beers this time.
Oh, dude, I've got you covered
eyeballs
already.
Fucking open because we need it.
I've got you covered.
But Nick Robb knows his shit.
I know my shit too. You don't think I haven't researched shit? It's my job to provide an awesome experience for CCO Nation.
You can save yourself all kinds of time, but just get Nick Robb to do it.
I'm just going to sweatshop it out.
Yes.
Sweatshop it to Nick Robb. He's like, do I get anything? No.
Well, yeah, you get some of the beer.
Hey, that's not terrible.
Right? Yeah. I mean, that's pretty fun.
Sweatshop Straczynski. That's his new name. Speaking of new nicknames.
Oh, there's a segue right there.
There's a segue. It's another benefit to becoming a patron. So we've got a returner.
Okay.
Guy left, said, hey, sorry to leave, but I'll be back, I promise.
And they actually came back?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Callum Stonehouse. He's back from planting trees in the bug capital of Canada.
Oh, shit.
Northern Ontario has some massive bugs.
Yeah, they have flies that are like this big. I'm not even kidding.
Just next to Fort McMurray, Alberta for biggest bugs in Canada.
They sound like this.
They sound like a helicopter.
Yeah. They're wild, man.
So Callum's back, and he's re-nicknamed himself, but I don't remember what it is in the Discord.
Which was he, the first Callum?
I think he was Callum the third.
Third Callum?
Callum the third 2. Hyper Callum.
There we go. Hyper threes.
Hyper threes, yeah. Callum 32.
Why not?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Anything works. Big thanks to him. Second one, and this is one that we gotta pounce on. Okay. This is B. Miller. This is Aiden, all filler, no Millers, little brother.
What?
Oh yeah. This is I got this. B-list Miller.
Yeah.
There
it is.
Yeah. I had that one. This is second fiddle Miller.
Oh, I like that. The eternal understudy.
Yes.
He's like Luigi.
Pipsqueak Miller. Oh, he's Luigi. Yes. Yeah.
Although I'm sure in real life, like, Aiden's probably Luigi because he's the tall one.
Yes.
Because if his little brother is taller than him, wow.
I shit you not. Okay, you know my dad.
Yeah.
You know my dad's body type.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's shorter and
stockier.
Stockier is a polite way to put it.
That's the word we're going to use.
And older than his brother, my uncle, who's very tall and very skinny. My dad, they are Mario and Luigi. Next patron. Oh, B. Miller. Any of the above nicknames will suffice.
Welcome.
Yeah.
And F you.
Cameron Powell. Now, pseudo-celebrity Cameron Powell, long-lost relative or brother of
Colin Powell.
I was going to say Asafa Powell. King of the 100-meter, one of the fastest men to ever live.
I don't know who.
Most sub-10-second 100-meter sprints of all time.
How about Colin Power?
Yeah, or Colin Pounder.
There it is. Colon pounder. We got there. Yeah.
Okay, last one.
Pseudo celebrity, my butt.
Yeah.
Pseudo celebrity, my pounded colon. It's a benefit. It's a benefit,
man.
okay?
Okay, last benefit to give out. Can't even do it. Morris Gonzalez. This is more ass gun something.
Morris. Wow.
More ass gun pound ass. I don't know. Why is it with pounding ass?
We could probably just get rid of the last name and just call him More Ass.
More ass.
Just more ass.
Yes.
All you need is more ass.
Yeah, welcome to the show, Mr. More Ass.
Yes. I hope he gets like some.
Oh, man.
Nah, Billy Gunn might sue him if he gets some like Mr. More Ass
Oh, yeah.
shorts made.
Mr. Ass.
No.
Welcome.
Does he have sons? They'd be the Ass Boys.
Little ass.
It's mini ass. That'd be pretty good. I like
yeah,
that.
that's cool. Okay, little diapers made out of guns. He's probably from the land of the free.
He's probably American.
It's
Yeah.
probably true. Yeah, you know how here we got Huggies diapers with like Looney Tunes or like Muppets on them?
There's just is a gun.
Their diapers have guns on them, bro? No, they're diapers made out of guns.
They're recycled guns. They're recycled guns down there.
No,
right?
they get them from Walmart.
Well, I thought they were recycled.
Let's
when they were
not
done
talk
with them.
about guns. Let's move on. We've got last week's giveaway.
Tell me.
People are like, "Fuck, get to the Decktech already, you fucking buffoons." No. If you like CCO Podcast, this is why. This is why you like the banter. You're not here for magic content. Okay, last week, Big Dong Energy.
Oh yeah,
was the deck.
Yeah, with his ball sack chin and
Man,
everything.
so many good comments and quotes
Yeah.
from that episode. If you played the booster pack game on last week's pre-show and guessed Dong Zhu the Tyrant,
Ball sack. Yeah.
and your name is Ominous One.
Like the number one or like one?
Yes, it'll be on the screen. I know that you can't see
I
the
can't
screen
see
right now.
post-editing stuff.
but Editor Joe Mama, he's gonna have it on there.
Okay.
Ominous One.
Ominous one. Yeah.
What do they? How do they claim the prize?
Oh, they get at us at commandercookout@gmail.com on the honor system because you're going to fuck it up for everybody if you just say you're the winner and you're not the winner.
Yep.
Send us an email, say who you are, what you want, where you live. We'll send it off to you. Easy as pie.
Yeah.
Not like the number pie because that's actually kind of difficult. Or making pie, which is also sort of harder than you think.
Going to the store and buying pie.
Correct. Or just eating it. Somebody else has already done the work. It's at the house. You want to eat some? Get a fork.
Yeah,
Easy.
like more ass Gonzalez's grandma made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet she makes a good pie.
Bet she
Blueberry
makes a good
probably.
pie.
It's my favorite pie.
Yep. Yeah.
Everybody thought it was going to be like chocolate pie with chocolate pudding on top. No. Blueberry.
I think my favorite pie is apple.
Really?
Yeah.
Ice cream?
Vanilla ice cream on top. Pie's got to be really hot though, so the ice cream gets melty, just turns into soup.
Let us know in the comments. Do you like ice cream on pie? Ryan clearly does. I don't. Under any circumstances will I put ice
Do
cream
you
on
like
pie.
whipped cream?
Nope.
I hate whipped cream.
I
on
like
stuff.
pie with nothing on top.
Oh, you know what? That's a good way to eat pie.
Yeah, I just like I want to eat the pie. And I always eat the crust first because the crust is the shittiest part. So I eat it and get it out of the way.
Do you do that with pizza?
No. With the pizza, I give the pizza crusts to my dog.
Oh.
Yeah, Big Urs gets the pizza crust. And if I'm out in public somewhere, I put them on the floor under my chair.
I stick them to the bottom of the table like gum.
Yeah.
Okay, well now we're familiar with Brando's eating habits.
Culinary Cookout Podcast,
That's
baby.
That's it. We have a deck to do.
But before that,
Before that,
we didn't talk about the thing. We talked about that we're going to be in Vegas.
All right.
But let's just get it out of the way because I don't think enough people are mentioning this. Ryan, did you know that had the command zone not sold out immediately, it would have costed us 455 Canadian dollars each to play in that area?
Yes, I did.
Is that not double or triple what we would normally pay to sit down and play games with our friends?
About triple a standard weekend pass for an event if we wanted command zone access. If we didn't want command zone access and just wanted to get into the hall to look at vendors or play free pickup games, it would have been infinitely more because in the past that has been free.
Free.
Now, if $455 is a trifle to you and you're from Canada and already spending $660 just to fucking get there, never mind room and boarding and food, and you wanted an even more premium experience with more shit that I'm just going to recycle or already have 6 of, you could have paid $985 for the even upper end,
the Lotus tier.
The Lotus tier. Yeah, I forgot that's what it was called.
Because you remember, you get an unglued card. When you do
Hey.
that. And you get to listen to the guy that's on the unglued card talk. You get a deck box that you're going to immediately put in the garbage.
Well, you probably won't do that. I do have lots of those deck boxes, but I do keep them.
Yeah, I don't.
I think your point is, and I made this point on Twitter, and I did talk directly to Blake Rasmussen, head of Magic's PR team, and I'm not blaming him for anything, and I do not envy his position.
No.
Because it is one of extreme polarity, where it's all excitement or all just fucking bitching.
Just rage.
And we're not bitchers, we're not complainers on Commander Cookout, so that's why we're kind of making light of the situation. But we didn't spend $1,000 or $450. We bought the regular event thing for $160 plus a fucking $11 shipping charge on what exactly? I don't know, but moving on.
C'est la vie.
We think that it's a little bit of a price gouge and a FOMO kind of marketing tactic, and the packages are justified via WotC on Twitter with awesome stuff that you get that we don't know what it is yet. This is going to be so worth it. It's going to be the best thing ever, and it might be. And I'm hoping that it is.
Yeah.
And I am optimistic that it is. I'm an eternal optimist. And that's why we are yin and yang, because Brando's not. Mm-hmm. But I'm an internal optimist that the $185 after tax and shipping plus Canadian conversion, the $225 it's going to be, I'm hoping that it is the best experience that I ever have at a Magic event. But what I don't really care about is the lanyard.
Yeah.
Give me a wristband or tell me just to bring a lanyard. I've got 10 of them from previous events. Mm-hmm. I don't really care about the sealed booster packs. I can't enter drafts with those. I have to pay money to get packs to play in drafts with those. I'm going to convert them to P via Open Flippy. I don't care about a deck box. I don't care about a
little sack. Because it all comes in a little sack. I don't care about having another playmat. It's all of this shit that you got to put in your bag and carry around. I don't know how many people, Magic events be damned. This is a convention now because you're paying to get in. You're paying to wait in line and pay money for things.
Yes.
Once you pay money to go inside and pay money and they give you a bag of shit that you have to carry around, now you're being infringed upon. Now you have pounds of crap that you have to carry around. You have packs that you don't want that still aren't worth the price of admission. You got a bag that you probably don't need because you brought one with all your stuff in it. Mm-hmm. You've got a deck box you probably don't need because all your stuff is already in it.
See our top 5 and 5 and what to bring.
It's just a pile of stuff that you didn't ask for and you probably didn't want, and now you're paying a premium to get the thing that you did want, which is to hang out and play games with your friends. And I think it's predatory, and I think it's a real shitty thing for them to do.
Yeah. Now, that being said, I do want to acknowledge the people who this is their first, maybe second, or one event per year. I do want to acknowledge those people. We go to half a dozen events per year. Yeah. People like to get the playmat that says, we got the Bellevue one, Las Vegas Magic30 one, Magic 25 anniversary one. Remember?
Yeah.
How many people get signatures from creators and friends? That is an important piece of memorabilia that somebody might want.
Sure. Some
people do, like the guy I played with in Calgary. Remember, he played Magic for 2 months, and I was like, just have my booster pack. He was like, really? I was like,
yeah.
Just have it. Yeah. And probably I'll end up either converting these ones to P via Open Flippy or giving them out to kids, because that's what I do. Have my booster pack, have my tickets. I don't need them. But some people do want those, and I think that is important to offer that to people at, let's just say, $160 price point. I think that's an appropriate price point if it came with Command Zone access.
Yeah.
If you want the draft $160 package,
which is what they did before,
or the sealed $160 package, or the I want to do events $160 package, that's great. And then there can be a Commander $160 package. I think that that's fine. I also think that the $160 package could be made into a $100 package, and I don't get any booster packs. I don't get any extra tickets.
I'm fine with that.
I like paying $100. Like, what's the kids' one-day access worth? 30 or 40 bucks?
Sure.
Even if it's 50, and I want 3 days of access to the command zone, that's 150 bucks, and I get nothing else because I'm a grown-up.
Yeah.
Right? 150 bucks, I'll pay that all day to have command zone access, commander area access. What if the kids package, and maybe this is how you charge more money to give product away, you make the kids package the same price, $150, which seems like, ooh, they're kids. They might not, we don't want to spend that much, but put the booster packs and the promos and the deck boxes in the kids packages. So the kids still get their shit. They still get all the stuff that they want, all the fun booster pack cracking. And the grown-ups still get gouged for getting fucking nothing except for command zone access. But it's not $500 for us, or it's not $1,000, or it's not this or that or this or that. It's just get in the door, play Magic wherever you want.
Yeah.
Right? So that's not a complaint. That is a piece of constructive criticism because I'm offering up what I think would be a good way to do it, or a better way to do it than what they did. Agreed?
Sure. It's a real kick in the nuts, though, still. I'm not a fan of it, but we're going to make it work because that's what we do. And everybody else around us is going to make it work, too. And lots of the other people that go to this event are going to help us in making this a great experience because nobody else is going to do it, so we're going to do it ourselves.
We've evolved. We're adapting. We're chameleons. This is Chameleon Cookout Podcast now, biatch. We're getting food. We're playing open flippy. I might pee in this convention center, so I'll be 2 for 2, allegedly. 2 for 2.
Allegedly.
Peeing inside convention centers, not in the bathroom. We've got cosplayers coming to the CCO area. It's going to be fantastic.
It's going to be a good time. So come by and check it out. We're going to make the best of a rough situation, and maybe if enough of us constructively make it difficult for them and let them know that we are not happy with this kind of gouging, maybe we can make things a little better for next time.
I'm itching for an organizer to come over and say, hey, you can't have a sign. Hey, you can't have catering in here. I'm going to be like, really?
Oh, really?
I couldn't afford to not do this. The money I would have spent, but your event sold out, sir. I've got all kinds of different lawyery types of things I can say to people. Anyways, we should switch to cards.
Let's talk some cards.
Let's do it.
All right, so we talked very little about the kind of deck, but at the offset of the show, the outset of the show.
Sure.
Storm on a Sunny Day.
Hey.
Is the name of the deck, sent in by CEO of Grilled Cheese, our boy Aiden, all filler, no killer Miller.
Yeah, B. Miller's bigger brother.
Yes.
That was harder to...
That's the lot. I'm glad you had to say that one and not me.
There it is.
Commander this week, Mavinda Students Advocate.
Yes, Advisor Tribal,
Man,
baby.
how often do we do Strixhaven anything? People forget that set even exists until they see the weird spellbook cards or whatever.
And then they're like, what card is this?
Exactly. It's a 2/3 bird visor for white 2 with flying. It has 0. You may cast target instant or sorcery spell from your graveyard this turn if that spell doesn't target a creature you control that costs 8 more to cast this way. If that spell be put into your bin, exile it instead. Activate only once each turn.
Okay. So we can cast stuff from our graveyard for whatever it costs when we target our own stuff.
Yes.
If it doesn't target our stuff, it costs mana cost plus 8.
Oy.
So we're going to want to capitalize with cheapy things that we can cast once and then once again that also gain us some kind of benefit, and then we use said benefit maybe to attack with or... well, storm with. It's in the name. We're going to see how stormy this deck is, though, because I'm not sure it's a traditional storm. Like if I said, is it storm? Like you have a deck in mind.
Yeah.
1,000-year storm, you have a deck in mind. Mono black storm, you have a deck in mind.
Yeah.
If I say mono white storm, you're
what
like,
the fuck?
what the hell?
It actually took me until I read through the whole deck list to even realize what the storm card is.
Yeah.
I didn't know there were white storm cards. So here we are.
Hell yeah, brother. There are. It started in Scourge. Scourge, I think, is when Storm was released. way back in 2003.
Was thrust upon us. The storm scale, baby.
Yeah, 2002 maybe? I don't know. Somewhere turn of the century. Turn of the millennia. Let's get the ramp cards out of the way and then go back and maybe there's a couple that we want to talk about.
So we got a Spell Satchel, a Sol Ring, a Primal Amulet, a Paradise Mantle, a Catcher's Monument, a Liquid Metal Torque, and a Cloud Key. One that I actually liked in here was the Spell Satchel because it's a 3-drop mana rock that only costs 2. And I say that because it's a mana rock that produces mana, but it also does a bunch of other cool stuff.
A 3-drop mana rock that only costs 2.
Yeah.
It is a 2-drop mana rock, but you remove a book counter from it. What the hell?
You tap it and remove a book counter, you get a colorless mana, or you can tap it and 3 to remove 3 book counters and draw a card, and whenever you play an instant or sorcery spell, you put a book counter on it.
Yeah, it's got Magecraft whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery, which we're going to do.
Yeah. I'll bet you if this costs 3, it would come in with a counter on it.
Yeah, and then you get your mana back right away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like that you can draw a card from it.
It's kind of neat.
That's pretty cool. Maybe you do Mavinda lets you do her it's a big owl. I don't know.
I don't
its
care.
ability twice, right? Like I know once, but you can cast the spell and then you can activate her ability, cast it again. So you get 2 book counters per turn with Mavinda.
Yep.
So at the end of player 4's turn, maybe we've got 6 book counters.
Sure.
We can go 3 if we got leftover mana, 3, remove 3, draw a card. We still got mana from the book or from the spell satchel next turn.
Pretty cool.
Because we'd have 6 counters on it, and then we go down to 3, then we can remove 1 next turn if we need an extra boost.
Into that.
Yeah, cool.
We got a Primal Amulet. That one makes your instants and sorceries cost less. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, it gets a charge counter. I think it's 4 charge counters. It flips over into a land that taps for mana of any color. When you play an instant or sorcery with that mana, you can copy it, which is cool.
That is cool. I think both sides are cool. The cost reduction is cool, and the copying is cool.
Yes.
And then Cloud Key lets you choose an artifact, creature, enchantment, instant, or sorcery, and then whatever spell you choose, or whatever type of spell you choose is 1 less.
Yes. See, this is a stand-in for Pearl Medallion.
Pearl Medallion, yep. And we'll talk about Pearl Medallion in the budget section because we're going to find out that this deck can be made on the cheap.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, the protection. Protection section, I think this is sort of standard because you need to protect Mavinda to kind of make the deck work. And also, these are instants and sorceries, but aren't the ones that draw you cards. So, I don't know. Sudden Salvation. Read that one.
Choose up to 3 target permanent cards in graveyards that were put there from play this turn. Return them to play tapped under their owner's control. You draw a card for each opponent who controls 1 or more of those permanents.
Oh, you can choose your opponent's things, and this becomes a card draw spell.
Yeah.
And you know what you could do too is you could choose one of those targets to be my thing, like my own thing, and then it doesn't cost 8 more, and I can still give you 2 things back to draw 2 cards.
That's right.
Hey, pretty good.
Pretty neat. Sheltering Light, target creature gains indestructible, scry 1.
Yep.
Sejiri Shelter is one of those modal double-faced lands. Target creature you control gains protection for the color of your choice till end of turn. God's Willing.
Same thing, except scry 1.
Exactly. Fight is 1. It makes a dude a little bigger or makes them indestructible if they're a human. If they're not a human... Oh, wait, never mind. Choose one or both. It does both.
No.
You can make up to 2 things indestructible and make them
You
bigger.
target a human with 1 and a non-human with 1.
Brought Back. Choose 2 target permanent cards in your graveyard that were put there from the battlefield this turn. Return them to play tapped. Bathe in Light has Radiance. Choose a color, target creature, and each other creature that shares a color with it gains protection from the chosen color until end of turn.
Ooh, I like that one.
Radiance is a cool ability. I hope that they bring that back sometime.
And that one in particular is going to make all my guys protection from your color.
That's right.
Your blockers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to see if that's relevant in a minute. Okay, control cards. Valorous Stance.
You can make one of your dudes be indestructible, or you can destroy target creature with toughness 4 or more.
I like that because we could target our own guy with that. And
destroy him.
Use that as...
Wipe him right out.
Kill my own guy. No. Target creature gains indestructible.
Oh, right.
Target our guy with that.
You could also do that. Okay,
Yes.
Sure.
Unexpectedly absent is white, X instant. Put target non-land permanent onto its owner's library just beneath the top X cards.
Dang.
That's a weird one, hey?
I like that one.
I like that one when somebody cracks a fetch land. In response. What do you mean in response? I'm cracking a fetch land. Unexpectedly absent, shuffle your fucking guy away.
Yeah, because I guess if you paid just the 2, you'd put it on top, right?
Yes.
So then they just shuffle it away.
Yes?
Lol.
Yeah.
We have swords, we have path, we have mana tithe, we have generous gift. Then we have Dynavolt Tower.
What in the ass?
Energy card.
Man, this deck's got it all. Advisors, storm, energy.
Artifact for 3. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you get energy. You can pay energy.
That would be 5.
Deals 3 damage to target creature or player.
What the hell? You gotta pay 5 energy to bolt somebody?
That's right. In white.
I'll take it.
Just play Sunlance for 1, I guess. But
I'll take it because we're casting like 6 spells like per round of the table.
That's pretty good.
This thing's gonna have like fucking 900 energy on it.
Good.
Yeah.
And we have a Disenchant.
Classic.
Everybody knows Disenchant. Yeah. If you don't, classic Magic card. Check it out. It's very good.
Yeah, do the research yourself.
Yeah. We're not holding your hands. We're not hold your hand Cookout Podcast.
We've got some card draw that isn't the cantrip section.
Oh man. Okay, let's do these. These ones we're actually gonna have to take a second to talk about a couple of these.
Oh man.
Sigarda's Splendor.
Okay, 4-drop enchantment enters the battlefield. Note your life total. Note it. Okay, it's noted. Let's say it's 36.
Sure.
At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card if your life total is greater than or equal to the life total you noted when Sigarda's Splendor entered the battlefield. Sure.
Then, note your life total again.
I just read that again. Then you gotta note it again. Whenever you cast a white spell, gain 1 life. This is the first card that I was like, hey, this could be a thing.
Yeah.
This could be like a gain life deck.
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue.
Secret Rendezvous.
You and target opponent each draw 3 cards. This is the most controversial card from Strixhaven. Is it good or is it not good?
I don't think it's very good.
No?
Well, I mean, it's how do I feel about Harmonize, Ryan?
Boring. But this card is not.
Because it's Harmonize for me and Harmonize for you. Just harmonizing twice. I hate it.
But it's political. What if you garnered kind of political favor from somebody? What if you're helping the person who's behind as to make their game better?
You know what I do?
Change their whole day. It changed their whole life.
Maybe. And you know what I'm going to do after that? I'm going to use those 3 cards to just waste you for giving them to me.
Just gank them.
Just destroy them.
Okay.
Pursuit of Knowledge is next.
This is an oldie. Skip drawing a card. What? Okay.
If you would draw a card, you may skip that draw instead. If you do, it gets a study counter.
Yes. Remove 3 study counters from Pursuit of Knowledge. Sacrifice Pursuit of Knowledge. Draw 7 cards. If we would draw a card, we can skip that.
Yeah.
Fuck, we're going to see if that's important.
Maybe it is.
We cast 2 cantrips. It's 3, I know, but when I say cast, what I mean is like cast it, then cast it from the graveyard, and then cast another one on a different player's turn.
Yeah.
We skip drawing those 3 cards. We can sack this and draw 7.
It's pretty good.
3 for 7?
Yeah.
Always good.
Yeah.
If 1 for 1 or 2 for 1 in your opponent's good, 3 for 7 in yourself, really good.
Oh man, you could Secret Rendezvous, just skip drawing all 3 of those cards and just draw 7.
Oh man, how bad would that look? Secret Rendezvous, response, and somebody destroys this? Fuck. Now I gotta draw the 3 cards.
That'd be so good.
Yeah. Anyways.
Cut a deal.
Each opponent draws a card, then you draw a card for each opponent who drew a card this way. This is Secret Rendezvous, but spready. This is spready rendezvous.
I like this one better.
You give them 1 card to everybody instead of 3 cards to 1?
Yeah, I like that better.
I don't know.
It just feels better. I know that it probably actually isn't better because you Secret Rendezvous the person that can use the cards against you the least effectively, as opposed to spreading them all out. I like that.
But giving 3 cards to 1 person is lots of cards.
I know.
Giving 1 card to 1 person isn't lots of cards.
Oh, it could be though.
And this isn't as good as Secret Rendezvous when there's like one person's dead.
Also correct.
Yeah, see, Secret Rendezvous is not harmonized. It's way more complicated.
Oh, of course. It's just boring. Let's talk about Battle Angels of Tyr.
Oh, lordy. Okay. Flying, Myriad, 4/4 for 4. Seems good already.
Yes.
There's additional text.
Oh,
Seems good already.
I thought that was flavor text.
Nope.
Oh.
Whenever Battle Angels of Tyr deals combat damage to a player, draw a card if that player had more cards in hand than you.
Than each other player.
Than each other player, yep. Okay. Then create a treasure token if that player controls more lands than each other player. Then you gain 3 life if that player has more life than each other player. So each angel has that ability.
Yes.
Each angel has that ability, so they're going to gank somebody that's got more cards in hand than you, probably, because you're playing white, so you'll draw a card.
Well, if you hit the person with the most cards, you get a card. If you hit the person with the most life, you get some life. And if you hit the person with the most land, you get a treasure.
But you will, because each angel has that, and they're all attacking somebody.
Yeah. Well, provided you don't have the most life, most cards, or most land.
We're playing mono white, dude.
We might have the most life.
We might have the most life. In which case, I don't... That's the one I care about.
That's
the
the
least.
one that you give the least.
I give the
shits
least
about.
shits about that. Yeah.
How about Alhamrit's Archive?
Oh yeah. If we gain life, we gain twice life. If
Boom.
we draw a card, we draw twice card.
Boom.
That's a good card.
That's a good one.
That card's worth $9 almost.
I have certainly accidentally killed myself with that card several times.
That card has definitely. Actually, no, it was like Teferi's Insight or something. Does the same thing with drawing cards.
Yeah.
But good ability, because you're gonna see. We're gonna draw some cards. Yeah.
Yeah, we
buddy. Should we just go to the cantrips now? Have we done everything?
No, we haven't. We still have the Casty.
Casty. These are the things that care about casting stuff, hey?
Yes.
Okay, well, let's do those.
Okay. Vanguard of Bremaz.
Okay, this has got heroic. Whenever you cast a spell that targets Vanguard of Bremaz, you get a 1/1 with Vig. Cool.
And the lion on that art, here's Brando's art critique of the episode. Man, that guy's going to be totally ineffective. Like, he's way overbalanced already, and he's trying to run and, like, swing a club at somebody. And then the dude behind him just laugh at him because he sucks so bad at fighting. Like that. Man, that guy should not be on the Vanguard.
Yeah, he does not look like he has vigilance.
He should be in the kitchen, like, cooking food for everybody else, because he's not helping out on this battle at all. Thalia's Geist Caller.
This is kind of the same thing. Cast a spell, get a 1/1 flying ghost. It's got lifelink. It's a 3/1. You sacrifice it. Sacrifice a spirit. Thalia's Geist Caller gets indestructible.
Shrine of Loyal Legions.
Same kind of thing. At the beginning of your upkeep, or whenever you cast a white spell, hey, put a charge counter. You can do 3 tap, sacrifice Shrine of Loyal Legions, put a 1/1 colorless mirror artifact creature token onto the battlefield for each charge counter.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's gonna get
Yeah.
that's gonna get lots of charges. You're gonna see.
Sentinel Tower.
Here we go. Sentinel Tower, and I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag a little bit just so we can talk about whether or not we like these in the deck.
Okay.
We got Sentinel Tower and we got Aetherflux Reservoir.
Yeah.
I know that you're not a big fan of Aetherflux Reservoir.
No.
I do like how we've seen some cards that reference life to draw cards and stuff.
Yep.
Aetherflux does draw us cards. Once we have 50 or more life, we can pay 50 life and 50 somebody. And whenever you cast a spell, you gain 1 life for each other spell you've cast before it. Sentinel Tower is similar. It even costs 4 like Aetherflux Reservoir does. Whenever an instant or sorcery is cast during your turn, okay, Sentinel Tower deals damage to any target equal to 1 plus the number of instants and sorceries cast before that spell this turn.
That's a cool one.
It's like a fixed Aetherflux.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a gutter snipe or an electrostatic field, right?
Sorta.
This is like the storm equivalent of Blood Artist
Sure.
or Falconwrath Noble or whatever, right?
This could hypothetically do a lot of damage too, 'cause it's like it does. What is it? 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 5 and then 6 and 7 and 8.
Yo, yeah. It builds.
It gets out of hand.
Yeah.
Precursor Golem.
Oh, enters the battlefield with 2 3/3s, and it's a 3/3 for 5. Whenever a player casts an instance or sorcery that targets only a single golem, that player copies that spell for each other golem that this spell could target. And then each copy targets a different golem.
Man, my very favorite thing about this card ever was the time somebody played it against me in Standard and I Searing Blazed it.
Oh,
So I
because they
killed
deal damage, right?
Because I killed all 3 of their goblins and then hit them for 9. It was so good. And he was just like, oh. And it was at end of turn, too. It's like crack a fetch, waste all your guys. Oh, that was so good. It felt real good.
This is really good because we're getting multiple tokens, which is a thing that we already have identified that we want to do, right? With all the cards so far.
Yeah.
And we get to copy spells. And in a Storm deck, we're playing Magecraft cards.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be a powerhouse card. I think an opening hand with this card, you auto keep.
Snap keep.
Yeah.
Phalanx Leader.
Whenever you target it, it gets a +1/+1 counter. On each creature?
On each creature.
Oh, wow.
It's way better.
That's a finisher right there.
Yes, it is.
Magecraft and copy and cast 2 spells. All of a sudden, my guys get +5/+5. Pretty good.
Ojutai Exemplars.
Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, choose one. Tap target creature. It gains indestructible, or exile it and then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control.
Tapped. I think that
you
do
tap
that
target creature.
You tap blockers.
Yeah, that's an
every time.
over that gives my guys trample without giving my guys trample.
Yes.
All your guys are tapped. Yep.
Myth Realized.
Frick, you read this one, man. My throat's sore.
Enchantment for 1 white. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a lore counter on it. White 2, remove a lore counter, or put a lore counter on it. White, until end of turn, Myth Realized becomes a monk avatar creature in addition to its other types and gains power and toughness equal to the number of lore counters on it.
Ooh, so that just becomes a big-ass creature.
It's just a big beater.
Yep.
We have a Monastery Mentor, which is a 2/2 for 3 with prowess. So whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it gets +1/+1 till end of turn. And whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you get a 1/1 white monk creature token with prowess.
So that's going to make lots of big dudes.
An army of big dudes.
Because the monks get prowess.
That's right.
Oh, Monastery Mentor is frickin' good.
Yes,
hey?
yes, he is. Leonin Light Scribe is a 2/2 for 2 with Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, creatures you control get +1/+1 till end of turn.
Each creature.
Each creature. We have a Leonin Battle Mage. That's a 2/3 for 4. Tap it. Target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. And whenever you play a spell, you untap it.
Ooh, so that's kind of each creature.
It's kind of weaker than the other ones we talked about, but it's also there.
Shout out to Darksteel, though.
Yeah.
That's what that card's from.
Cemetery Protector is a 3/4 human soldier for white 2 with flash. Comes into play. Exile a card from a graveyard. Whenever you play a land or cast a spell, if it shares a card type with the exiled card, create a 1/1 human bro.
That's actually good.
Yep.
People are like, oh yeah, the cemetery keepers or whatever from Crimson Vow, the red one's the best. That's what they all say.
Well, it is.
But this one in this deck, way better.
In this deck.
Can't even play the red one in this deck.
It's exactly. But if you could, the red one would probably be better.
Oh man, but this one makes bros, and that's what's important.
Ballynock Trapper is a 2/2 for 4. You can tap it to tap target creature. Whenever you play a white spell, you can untap it. And we have an Aetherflux Reservoir, which you've already talked about.
Yeah. So those are the things that care about casting stuff to make dude.
All right. So we've talked about making dudes and then casting spell to make your dudes big. Let's talk about spells that we're going to cast that will allow us to cast more spells.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I think all of these cards are going to say draw a card on them. And I don't think very many of them are going to be commander staples.
Yeah.
So if the effect is... I mean, no effect is useless. Not in commander. But if the effect is super marginal, I might just say, like, 2 mana, draw a card, and move on.
Like, withstand.
Okay. Well, we'll go through the process, and then we'll shortcut after that.
Okay.
Because Ball's doing all the extra work after we've demonstrated that we can.
Okay.
White 2 instant. Prevent the next 3 damage that would be can't even do the work. Can't even just speak. Prevent the next 3 damage that would be dealt to target creature or player this turn. Draw card.
Swift Maneuver.
2 mana. Draw card. Does the same thing.
Spiritualize.
Ooh. Instant. This is from Odyssey. I want to read that. I don't even know what this card does. Cool picture. White 2. Until end of turn, whenever your target creature deals damage, you gain that much life. Draw a card. Hey, that's good.
Notice how it doesn't say creature we control.
Yeah, but we would target a creature that we control because...
Well, if you're casting it from the graveyard, sure. But the initial time, you could certainly cast on, you're attacking that other guy for 24? Ha! Draw a card, gain 24.
Oh,
bitches!
yeah.
Etc.
Yeah, or you know what we could do? We could go cast it, targeting your guy because you're attacking me. Like cast it during combat on your turn, targeting your guy to negate his damage. Cast it from my graveyard, targeting my guy, block, and gain a bunch of life.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go.
Shelter.
Same thing.
Pressure point.
Prevent damage, draw a card.
Pressure point.
Tap creature, draw a card.
Oblation.
Ooh, shuffle things into library, draw a card.
Shuffle non-land thing into library, draw 2 cards. Niveus Wisps.
Oh, 5 colors Adam knows this one. Target creature becomes white until end of turn. Draw a card.
And it taps it.
It does tap it, yeah.
Lightning Blow.
Lightning Blow. Don't Google that.
Do not. And there's a lightning bolt going into a butthole in the picture. Like that's just weird.
Yeah.
Man.
Target creature gains first strike. Draw a card at the beginning of next turn's upkeep.
Heal.
Prevent damage. Draw a card.
Guided Strike.
+1 first strike. Draw a card.
Gallantry.
Another Odyssey one. Yeah, I like this one. Blocking creature gets +4/+4. Draw a card.
Formation. This is amazing.
Oh, man. Look at those, like, emu things on it, hey? You'd know what we're talking about if you're watching on YouTube.
Which you should be.
Or if you're intimately familiar with every art from Ice Age.
Yes.
Target creature gains banding until end of turn. Draw a card at the beginning of the next upkeep.
Can you imagine playing that and then trying to have to do, like, a combat step with band? Your friends would just punch you in the face.
Yes.
Like, I'm going to play this on my thing and then attack. Well, yeah, but now your guy has banding. Doesn't that change things? Oh, yeah. How does banding work? I don't know.
Punch you in the face. Okay, in response to punching me in the face, I'll activate Mavinda. I'll use Swift Maneuver on me, paying the extra 8.
Defiant Strike.
I'm sure that's going to give us first strike or +1 and draw us a card.
Curtain of Light.
Unblocked creature becomes blocked.
That's cool, man. I like that.
You cast it on your own guy? Oh, man, I guess my guy's just blocked now because fuck me.
Well, what if your guy has Trample? It still does damage. Trample's over being...
He has no tramplers in the deck.
There could be.
Oh, man. Curtain of Light. Target non-blocked creature becomes blocked. That's literally Watsy saying, $700 to play in the command zone, please.
Oh, and then you draw a card also.
Yeah, that's the booster packs they give you.
There you go. Karome.
Oh, the next 1 damage that would be dealt to target creature this turn is dealt to another target creature. Draw a card.
Bandage.
Bandage, just a classic from Ice Age 2. Prevent the next 1 damage. Draw a card.
Acrobatic Maneuver.
Ooh, this one's probably good. Exile target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Draw a card.
Ooh.
That's a good one, yeah.
Blink,
because
draw a card.
You could maybe get like a ETB thing. I don't know if we have any of those, but that's kind of the deck, but we do have 3 more, like,
I assume these
spells.
Are payoffs of some kind. We have Show of Confidence.
Okay, Show of Confidence. When you cast this spell, copy it for each other instance and sorcery spell you've cast this turn. Oh, so this is a payoff card.
Yes.
Okay. You may choose new targets for the copies. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It gains vigilance until end of turn. So you copy that a bunch of times. Maybe 3 or 4 times.
Now, like it has sort of Shitty Storm, right?
It's got Shitty Storm. It puts +1/+1 counters, and you would do it when you've got all your tokens and all your prowess things and all your things that have Magecraft that also put +1/+1 counters on. You have to, like, craft that a little bit, but I don't think you're going to have any issues because you've got 17 cantrip spells and 6 more spells that actively draw you cards.
Yeah.
I think that it's going to be easy just to say, okay, I got 10 guys now. They all have +6/+6. I'm going to cast Show of Confidence. They're all going to gain vigilance, and I'm going to give like 7 of them another +1/+1 counter.
Yeah.
I think that's like an actively real scenario that could happen, not Magical Christmas Land.
Most likely. Pull from Eternity. I like this one.
I like this one. Backbone piece to the CCO special Eldrazi Arkslogger combo.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, Max said he built that deck, hey? He plays Arkslogger because he heard about it on some Commander Cookout podcast show or something.
Huh. Oh, I bet those guys are cool.
Yeah.
And handsome.
Oh, yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pull from Eternity is an instant for 1 white. Put target face-up card that's removed from the game into its owner's graveyard.
Oh, because we're
going to exile all the stuff. And
stuff with Mavinda gets exiled.
Yeah, so
and you target your own card in exile, so you could Mavinda this and play it again and get a second thing back. Yeah, okay.
And here's our Storm card.
Ooh,
Saved
baby.
it for last. Asshole Steel.
Asshole Steel. That's Astral Steel.
I like what I said better.
I'm going to steal your ass.
No, it's steel like metal, not steel like thievery. It's asshole steel. It's the kind of steel you'd put in your asshole. No kink shaming in the nation.
Like
asshole steel is a instant for white 2.
Like a chromie?
Yeah.
Oh.
Target creature gets +1/+2 until end of turn.
With the jewel on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't made a Cam Girl reference in a long time, and I felt like I was close.
You were very close, but you missed the opportunity. But there's our Storm payoff.
Target creature gets +1/+2 until end of turn. Did you say that?
Yeah, that's it.
And it has Storm.
That's it.
I think that this routinely would give my team of, again, I think 10 dudes, because they're like 1/1s or whatever. Nobody's going to care about that. And we're playing the white deck, so they just assume that we pack Wrath of God, which we don't. I think it's realistic to have 10 dudes, maybe 9 dudes plus Mavinda with flying, and then just go like Mavinda, all my guys get +1/+1, Mavinda again, or cast it, Mavinda it, all my guys get +2/+2 or +3/+3 from my graveyard.
Yeah.
And then I go Astral Steel 3 times, because it plus the 2 copies, because I've cast 2 spells.
Yep.
All my guys get an additional +3/+6, plus Magecraft is going to put another counter on all of them. All of a sudden, all my 1/1s, plus their prowess triggers, plus their +8, +10, whatever, are going to be attacking for whatever, and maybe some of their guys are tapped.
Yeah.
I think that this checks out.
I think you could stomp next with this deck for sure.
I think it slaps.
I think you could slap lips and stomp dinks if you really needed to.
No, I'm gonna slap necks, and I'm gonna slap necks.
Karate chop packs into buttholes. If you watch the pre-show, you'd know what that's all about.
Yeah. I want to switch it up though. I'm gonna slap necks. I'm gonna stomp lips, and I'm gonna. What do I do to dinks?
Speed bag them.
Speed bag them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna speed bag somebody's nuts.
No, dink and nuts is different, man. We're not doing an anatomy lesson. Suffice it to say, if you've never seen one, the D and the N are not the same.
No, not at all. So let's move to strengths and weaknesses real quick.
Strengths and weaknesses.
I like a unique take on Storm. That's a strength.
Yes, it's a very cool deck. It's very interesting without giving too much up to the gimmick. Because sometimes people try and make an interesting deck like this, and it just, it plays these, like, I don't know, long, dirtily-ass turns in mono white where you draw all these cards and get no payoff. Whereas this one, there's lots of payoff. And they're obvious payoffs that you can see.
Yeah, for sure. Doesn't always do what mono white does. And that is kind of contingent on Aetherflux and Sentinel Tower. Not just, like, going wide, doing the token or the Selesnya strategy. It doesn't always do that. But we'll get to weaknesses in a second. Draws lots of cards.
Yeah.
I think that you're going to like rip through your deck pretty quick.
Yeah. Let's do the flip side weakness of that one too. Some of the cards aren't very good.
Yeah, card quality.
Yes.
Not of the highest order.
Correct.
Plays catch up well.
Yes.
You could like, remember I said if you start with Precursor Golem in your hand and a couple mana rocks, it's like auto keep.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have cantrips. You get behind because you don't have like whatever, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, cast my commander, cast a cantrip, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, I got 3 dudes now, and I've drawn 4 cards, and now I'm in the game.
Yep.
And Very, very affordable deck.
Yes.
We'll talk about that in a second, though. Let's move to weaknesses. It doesn't do what traditional Storm does.
And thus, it doesn't win in the manner that traditional Storm does.
Yeah, you do still have to do like the white weenie thing a little bit.
Yeah, like in a traditional Storm deck, you set up your Storm combo, and the Storm combo wins you the game. You tendrils everybody out. You Mind's Desire everything out. If you Storm out in this deck, there is a possibility where somebody could just play Fog, and now you don't win.
Yeah, I don't know how common Fog is, but I hear you.
Yeah, you know what? Like some kind of go is to. There's some kind of way. There's an extra step that you have to take.
Yeah, or in response, or like during your upkeep, I'm going to remove your guy that puts counters on everybody.
Yeah.
Your Magecraft put counter on everybody. I'm going to remove that. Response, I'm going to remove I'm going to Path to Exile your...
Monastery Mentor.
Exactly. Yeah. Here's the thing. This is the thing I want to say about Aetherflux, because I know it's not your favorite card.
Least favorite card.
And if I'm building a deck like this, I think that Aetherflux is a little bit non-creative because you play Storm and it's an easy way to win. Now, I'm not saying cut it because it does represent a win con.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's not bad to have them.
It's not bad to have, but I think it would be really cool if you replace the Aetherflux and Sentinel Tower like with a Soul Sisters package, because you're making so many tokens, and instead of blocking with tokens, you want to save them up so you can alpha with your Storm cards. Right?
Right.
What if I just had and I got Helmert's Archive, so I'm already gaining twice life if I gain a life from like a Soul Sister.
Like a Soul
Warden.
Shepherd? Soul Warden, there we go.
Soul Warden. Creature ETBs gain a life.
Yeah.
If I'm gaining 2 life, and all of a sudden, for every creature, and all of a sudden I'm at like 60 life, 70 life, I don't think that that's unrealistic. Not in this deck.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'll hit you for 20. Cool, no blocks.
Yeah, exactly. I'm still above 40.
Oh, you're tapped out? Cantrip. Asshole steal.
Yeah.
Take fucking 60.
Yeah.
Right? I think that that's like a legit line of play that you could take. And that, to me, feels a lot more commandery and a lot more casual, high variance, high swing commander than does Aetherflux Reservoir.
Yeah. And you never end up with those things where people are afraid to play Magic because there's an Aetherflux online.
Exactly. So, I don't know. That's the non-creativity of Aetherflux is a negative, but Aetherflux being in the deck is a positive because it represents a win con. So, moving on.
Moving along.
Budget. $141 to build this monstrosity.
A mere 781 Canadian.
Trifle. That's like less than Command Zone Lotus package.
Right? It's the best.
Oh, man, fantastic. That's how I'm going to gauge everything I buy these days on. Okay. So here's the thing, though. That Battle Angels of Tyr,
yep,
very expensive, well, sort of expensive card right now because it's quite a powerful Magic card, and it's fairly new. $18. Could be a Soul Sister.
Could be, but I don't know. It's a really good card.
Could be a Daxos. He's a soul brother.
It's a really good card, man.
It is very good.
It's a really good card.
Primal Amulet, $13. Could be a Pearl Medallion.
Yeah.
But how much is Pearl Medallion?
I think they
got
25 or 30.
Right? They gotta be lots, aren't they? $27. Which is not terrible, but it's more than what we're cutting.
Yes.
And the Aetherflux, $16 card. Aetherflux is.
It's down.
Is it?
I think so. It used to be more than that, I think.
Wow. Yeah. Well, because people use it as a win con in decks like this, right?
Yeah.
They're like, hey, how do I win?
Yeah.
Aetherflux. So,
boom.
I don't know. Do you cut it and put in a Soul Warden? I don't know if you do.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I like it in the deck. I like it not in the deck. So, whatever.
The deck could be cool with or without it, is what we're saying.
If you made those 3 cuts and did add a small Soul Warden package, because those cards are cheap, Daxos, Soul Warden, and Essence Warden.
Sure.
Is this maybe Essence Warden's the green one?
No, Essence Warden is the green one. There's another one.
Yeah, whatever it is. You could build this deck for $94.
It's pretty good.
That is a cheap deck.
It's a cheap ass deck.
94 crappy dollars.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool. Let's see how it does on the old Spice Calculator.
Let's do it.
Spice Calculator. We've got over on EDHREC.com. We've got 373 Mavinda decks.
That puts her, like, 20th?
24th.
24th, right underneath Nahiri the Lithomancer. That's the face card from the commander deck.
Yep.
And right above, my girl Runetail, Kitsune Ascendant.
Ooh, those are real winners.
Well, one of them I play. If this was open flippy, I'd have to drink.
Yep.
That's something.
Drink 2 because it's a flip card.
That's something.
Pretty much 2 cards.
Telling you, still a player.
You know what? I do like Mavinda. I wanted to build this when it came out, not just because it was an advisor, but because it does what this deck does. And it plays a bunch of junk cards. Looking at EDHREC.com, there are some real good cards that like fit in this deck.
Sure, there
that
are.
would allow you to, budget notwithstanding, rip through the deck a little bit better, like Mentor of the Meek and Welcoming Vampire,
Yeah.
and the new guys, like when somebody searches, you get to draw a card.
Yeah.
There's some good ass white cards in this, and you know what? I'm going to say it. Mavinda, card of the week.
Card of the week?
Yeah, we don't oft give card of the week to the commander.
I don't think, have we ever?
I don't know. I don't know,
think we
but
have
this
before,
is a deck that I would build. I would build this, and I would play the crap out of it, and I would sit down in Rule 0, and somebody says, "What are you playing?" I'd be like, "Mono White Storm," and they're like, "What?" and I'd be like, "Yeah, I listened to these guys, CCO Podcast. They talked about this Mono White Storm list, and it's like super cool, so I built it, and it was totally budget. You should listen to them. If you want to save even some more money, you could use CCO Spring promo code when you shop at FusionGamingOnline.com." And they'd be like, "No way. I was going to buy stuff anyways. I was going to build Mono White Storm." And I would be like, "Peep my list. Listen to episode 323.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, "Cool, I'm going to do that." And I'd be like, "Here's a sticker."
And they'd be like, wait, you're Ryan from the show. You look just like this little cartoon skeleton.
Yes, that's what I'd look like if it's a cartoon. I had no skin on my face.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I tell people.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It really is what you tell people. I've been there.
Yeah. So we punch it all into the spice calculator. Average converted mana cost, get this, 243 with all them 1-2 drop cantrips.
Yeah.
24 cards different than the stock page for Mavinda on EDHREC.com.
It's not bad.
That's not bad. I did see a lot of the same cantrips, but a lot of the supplemental stuff we're playing is different than the stock page.
The answer to how many cards in white just say draw a card on them is a short list. Mm-hmm. So when you're playing a deck like this, you're going to run into that problem.
Yes, we call that the Zata effect for the exact same reason.
Yes.
How many cantrips are there in red? Zata plays them all.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what Mavinda does too. Maybe that's why I like Mavinda so much.
Maybe.
Maybe I wish Zata was an advisor. Like Ib Halfheart. He's an advisor. Anyways, tutors. None, I don't think.
There's none, yeah.
Rip through your deck. That's how you tutor.
Yeah. Well, there's enough card draw in here that we'll probably just count it as a tutor.
Well, and there's enough redundancy in effects that, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. You don't even need tutors, I guess.
Yeah, it counts.
Anyways, everybody's allowed one. Now, number of dedicated win cons. That is different ways the deck can win. I think Ether Flux / Sentinel Tower is one way.
Yep.
Kind of the traditional Storm way.
There's attacking with bros.
The other way is attacking with pumped up dudes.
And that's 2.
That's 2. I gave it 2, A and B, 1
Yeah.
or 2, whatever. You punch it all into the spice calculator, you get a 51.39.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, we'll round that up to 51.4.
That's all right. I like it.
Pass the 50 test.
Passes the 50 test.
If you get your diploma or you don't get your diploma and the cutoff is 50%,
There it is.
we have diplomacy.
That's right. This deck could be your doctor.
I don't want my doctor to have gotten a 51.
There it is. Welcome to Canada.
Oh, yeah, man. Welcome to Canada. My doctor told me I had mono the other day. I was like, wait, what? I can't have mono.
Man, we could, for the Canadian healthcare system, we could say Canada, you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really do. It could be free or you could pay for it.
Yeah.
And when it's like a leg surgery or a neck surgery, might want to pay a little extra. When it's Mavinda, might want that test protection just in case there's a lot of aggro decks. I don't know.
Yeah, you can't. It's hard to say.
Yeah, hard to say. But all filler, no miller. All chiller, no killer. All builder, no... I don't know. thanks for sending the deck in.
New Mexico stunt man, thank you for sending this shit in. We appreciate it very much as we appreciate the official business daddies, Fusion Gaming Online. Remember, use that CCO Spring promo code. Save yourself 5% off shit you're going to buy anyway. If you would like to have your list featured on the show, keep sending them in, commandercookout@gmail.com, or we have some channels in the Discord you can also use. I'm not sure if we're going to keep doing Decktech. We probably will until we can think of some other stream of things we can link together to make more shows, but we're gonna keep doing that.
Tune in either way.
Yeah, so the point is, tune in for another super exciting episode of Commander Cookout Podcast. Hit our theme song!